Hello, good afternoon, everybody. It's John Ross here with our XPian Daily Report. It's actually a 2-day report, 29th and 30th. Today's the 30th, and I hope your Saturday is going well. We had a recording yesterday. We had a little difficulty pulling it together, so we're going to show that recording. We're going to be welcoming to our time here Angie Thomas, Executive Director of the Pregnancy Information Center. This is going to be a great time. We're going to have an interview here. We're going to have a few little extra things we're going to throw in here too. So let's get going here. I'm going to pull myself off to the side here. And we got to do this in the right way. So just excuse me a moment. So we're off to the side, and we're going to put Angie. Yes, this is how we're going to do it. And we're going to show our interview here, and we're going to have a little highlights too during the time of the interview. So here we go with yesterday's interview with Angie Thomas, Executive Director of the Pregnancy Information Center. This is done by Zoom, so it's a little different. So here we go. On this May 29th, Friday, we're trying something different. Angie's a very good person that way. She agreed to do this with me. We're doing this through Zoom. This is another way we can get these streaming videos to you. So I thank Angie for doing this with it. Angie Thomas is the Executive Director of the Pregnancy Information Center of Aurora. And Angie, good to have you with us here this afternoon. And I'm just so happy that you could do this and it worked out. And you can see I have my wayside background. This is a Zoom feature that but again, see my hair? It's sort of, I don't know. I got extra hair. I don't know. It's part of the visual effect here of this virtual background. So I just love to have you. You're give us a little background on yourself and maybe on Pregnancy Information Center and some of the work you do. Just let's get going here.
Sure. Well, first, I'd like to thank you, John, for inviting me to be your guest today and share a little information about the Pregnancy Information Center, or PIC as we like to call it. I'll tell you a little bit about who PIC is, what we do, the approach we take first, and then I'll let you know, talk a little bit about how I came to be involved with the organization. So, first, let me say that the Pregnancy Information Center has been serving Aurora and the Fox Valley for 35 years. A lot of people may not be familiar with us, but we've been around for quite some time, since 1985. The Pregnancy Information Center is a clinic, it's an education center, it's a community referral partner, and it's also an organization that advocates for life. So in our clinic, we provide free pregnancy tests, free ultrasounds, and free tests and treatment for some STIs for both women and men. In our education center, we provide parenting classes and life skill classes to help our new or expected parents, both the moms and the fathers, prepare for the many challenges and responsibilities that parenting brings. And as a community referral partner, we make sure that we're connected to the many other wonderful nonprofits in Aurora helping to serve clients like ours. So that might be Life Springs, which is the Women's Ministry of Wayside Cross, for those clients who might need some emergency housing and a supportive program to kind of get their life back on track. It might be connecting them with someone like Aunt Martha's for medical treatment or health insurance. It might be making sure that they are aware of Marie Wilkinson Food Pantry or Aurora Interfaith Food Pantry. And when I say that PIC is an advocate for life, um, that what that means is that we first and foremost give our clients all the information they need to make a choice about their pregnancy. It's our hope that they choose life and decide to parent, but whatever choice they make, that is a choice that only that woman um, can make for herself, perhaps in consultation with her physician, her partner. We welcome them to still continue with us at another point in time. And so we give our clients the information, the resources, and dare I say, the culture, the confidence to choose parenting. But we recognize that every woman must decide for herself, support her as best we can with whatever choice that she makes.
So how did you get over to this? How did you get to PIC?
Well, I'll tell you, John, I wasn't looking for it.
Oh, it found you.
It did indeed find me. At the time, I was actually consulting with other nonprofits doing development work and primarily grant writing. And I was also substitute teaching on a full-time basis. And
Oh, that's something
that's a
else.
whole nother conversation. Yes, that's a whole nother
That's a
conversation.
challenge.
It is. Um, but I got a call one day from a former colleague that I worked with probably some 10 years ago. And she actually sent me a text message to say, hey, I'm president of a nonprofit board, and we're looking for an executive director. Do you know of anyone? And so she wasn't really asking me if I was interested. I didn't even know the name of the organization or what they did.
Okay.
Um, but I jokingly said back to her, I said, well, what about me? Again, not knowing anything about the organization. And long story short, we got to talking, and um, the timing, circumstances, and just kind of intersected at the right time. And I met with the board several times, and I was very honest with them about, never seeking such an opportunity as this. And but they felt that I was a good fit for this organization at this particular time, and I accepted their offer to um, lead the Pregnancy Information Center out of what was a transition period, and to help the organization grow and thrive as it moves forward into this 35th and beyond. So that was back in 2018. I've been on board with PIC for about 2.5 years.
Wow. Thank you for that. We're going to show a picture here and that through our Zoom, but I'm glad outside the PIC. What's that? 411 West
West Galena,
West Galena.
and we are right between Chestnut and Black Hawk, where the beautiful Black Hawk Park is.
Yeah, and you're across the street from what's it, New England?
New England Congregational Church, yes,
Yeah,
that's
you're right
the
across the street.
landmark.
Yes. And the other thing I was going to show, it's not happening right now, but your nice waiting room. I had a
Oh.
picture of that, but it was empty, and it's empty right now. So you do life work, and right now, let's just go to the COVID-19. No, I'm gonna backtrack. You had some nice shot. I'm gonna put these up on when we do it through our Facebook Live. You had a couple of young babies on a picture that you've brought life in the last year. What was it? 9 different
So far
pregnancies? Was it 9, or am I wrong on that number? I forgot.
so far in 2020, we have 9 babies born to PIC clients, but that's just so far this year.
Right,
And sometimes we're not aware of
right.
the
Are the
babies being
outcomes?
born until
Yeah,
further in the year. Yeah.
yeah. And I was going to throw up a number here. This is sort of an offshoot. I think some pro-life and other people should be talking about this, but I had a statistic about the birth rate in the United States is down, and for other countries, and we need more births.
Yeah,
Actually, I think pro-life people should talk to the other side more about that, because it's very important to have life for our future of our country, our retirement system needs. There's a lot of
yeah,
reasons why we should be talking more about life, but that's just one aspect, that we're down on births in America and the country needs more births. So I just
right,
threw that in as it's my 50 cents or 5 cents worth of something.
right. And but to that point, John, I think more people might have more children if they felt that they were in a better position to have children. Um,
Yes, yes,
as we build relationships with our clients, we find that most of them do want to be parents. And the hesitation is often that they don't
right,
have the support or they don't have the financial means.
right,
Most of our clients are in very challenging circumstances. So they're, not employed or they're underemployed. They didn't finish high school or they're trying to get, an advanced degree beyond high school and are barely making it. They might be in unstable living conditions. But I think if we were able to, as a community, as society, address some of the root causes, right,
right.
that lead to people being in these unstable situations, we would have more people having children and in a
Yes,
responsible way, right? Because we want our families to be strong. We want them to be raising children that are secure, that are excited about learning, that are ready for school when they get there.
right,
And, there's just some systemic issues that we need to address in order
right, right. Well,
to get
I
there.
I would agree with that, and a little offshoot on that. I think I on the pro-life side, I think I'm a little more. I leaned on the Democratic side, but it doesn't have to be Democratic here. But to have more to have more social programs to help these young mothers and families. And personally, I think about the insurance thing. That should be changed, and that would
Right,
help this whole situation, I think, quite a bit.
right,
And it's just a personal point of view here. But you're doing a very good job there. You're trying to balance everything. You're trying to help these mothers too after their births. And it's a very, I'm excited about that, Angie, that the way you're looking at the whole thing,
yeah.
this whole
And
life
and to
issue.
your point, John, we're in a very um, sensitive space, right?
Right,
I mean, PIC is first and foremost a clinic. We're a service provider first and foremost, but we can't deny that we find ourselves in the middle of the most contentious debate and issue that our country faces.
right,
We do our best to try and stay out of
right,
um, the debate because we have many partners who are directly involved
right,
in the lobbying, in the direct advocacy, and so we leave that to our partners. But I am one reason I took this position with PIC, John, and I think I've talked to you about this a little bit, is to try and be a reasonable voice at the table. And I'm very honest with people, and when I tell them I have not always been on this side of the debate,
right,
and many people, that's not unique. As I've learned in the 2.5 years that I've been on board with PIC, I am not unique. And so we need more people who have perhaps been on both sides, right?
right.
Or who are a little more reasonable, because let's face it, we often hear just the extremes on the right and the left. But when you talk to people, where most people are closer to the middle
I
somewhere.
understand totally.
Yeah,
And,
so we need to engage each other in a way that really allows us to hear one another and engage in a respectful way, um, and really just you know um, move forward in a healthy way, right?
I
And
think you're right on, and I think the right and left on this type of issue of life have tried to both politicize it too much and not tried
yeah,
to work in the middle. and try to get some solutions here more yet and agree on some good solutions. And I see PIC just doing a great job in trying to bridge gaps and trying to bring more life to people. And I can think of one time I had somebody, anyway, this topic does give people, it can get contentious, but I try to not to be that way. I know you do too, Angie, and we wanted to just bring out the best here. Let me see, we have, I was going to get back to, I'm trying to think some of the things there. Oh, how's COVID-19 affected your ministry here and what you're doing? That's probably one of the bigger questions there.
So as you can see, I'm actually talking to you from home today.
Right.
And so the first executive order from the governor with respect to the stay-at-home order was issued on March 20th. And that next week, which was right after we had our election, our primary election here in Illinois, we basically modified our operating procedures and basically started to take started to see clients only with appointments. So if you called, scheduled an appointment for a pregnancy test or an ultrasound, then we would see those clients. About a week later, we started working from home. But again, we would go into the office, the nurse and I would go into the office for appointments. We have seen an increase in requests for emergency assistance. Emergency assistance is something we provide year-round. To get diapers and clothes, formula, and those other necessities for babies, you normally have to go through one of our parenting classes. And so it's an earn as you learn program because we want to share the information, the education. And so as an incentive, you get to purchase in our baby boutique, and hopefully you have a picture of that, these things that you need at the end. But anytime, no questions asked, no commitment, you can request whatever you need and we give it to you once a year. But during this season of COVID-19, anyone who calls us in need, we give them the diapers, the formula, if we have whatever they need. And actually, we've been meeting those requests kind of as the calls come in. And so if you call us in April, but then you call us again in May, we're going to help you during this period because we know that so many families are struggling, financially. And so we have been blessed with many large donations of diapers and formula. And so we want to get them to people who need them, get those supplies to people who need them. But at the moment, we're still working on a modified schedule. But if maybe you can update me, if the governor has cleared us to enter phase 3 of the reopening, our doors will be we'll be in a more regular schedule starting next week.
I think that's coming up, maybe.
Yeah. So sometime in June, we'll be on a more regular schedule.
Yeah.
But we put all of the protocols in place. So asking kind of pre-screening questions before someone comes in, asking those same questions the day of, taking temperature of clients who are there for appointments. And then as we slowly allow people to start coming in to the building, we are requiring that you wear a mask.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you done any on the teleconferencing, or is that a little more difficult?
That's my life now, right? Well, we're not working with clients through teleconference or video conference.
Video conference, yeah.
We've started to discuss it because even as we reopen, we probably won't be able to host as many people for our parenting classes.
Right, there might be limitations on numbers.
Right, so we'll probably have to do some combination of smaller group classes and perhaps some video conferences as well.
Angie, you're gonna have to let me know. I've been right now maybe got too many feet in the fire, or whatever you want. I don't know what the term is. I got a lot of things going, but you let
Irons in
me
the
know
fire.
what's happening here, and we'll try to update and the church community and others about what's happening at PIC. I just wanted to tell you that I've been negligent
Sure.
lately, and so many, it's just a lot of
But,
things happening here.
well,
Uh,
John, you have been a great partner with PIC and helping us get the word out and stay connected to churches who are um, our primary partners. But to the extent that pastors know about members within their congregation who
right,
might need diapers or formula
right.
during this time, they should feel free to reach out to us, give us a
Okay,
call, or send me an email for those families who, might have been laid off or hours reduced and
right.
they have a baby and need diapers or formula. We will get those things to them.
Now you've done, I haven't really, you know what, I don't think I ever, or did I pick up a bottle once and do a baby bottle idea on fundraising? How's that coming along, those type of ideas and the fundraising, or how's that handling now?
So we still have our Change for Life campaign, which we also affectionately call the baby bottle. Generally, that kicks off in January, which is the
Okay,
Sanctity of Human Life Month. But we, um, in May, just started, um, rolled out a Keep the Change program, which we're so excited about. And if you haven't signed up for it, John, I'm going to be asking you directly.
now
So
what was the first part of that? I didn't catch the name there again.
it's a Keep the Change
Oh,
type
keep the
program.
change. Oh, I
So
got a
you
lot of
can,
change. I got it.
yes, so you can link a debit or a credit card
Okay, besides
to,
change, you can do more than just change. I
correct.
understand changes.
So
Actually,
whenever,
today I don't get much change because I use a credit card for about everything, or a debit
and
card.
that's exactly what I'm saying. So if you link that credit card or debit card you normally use to something called PWI Swipe, um, you buy that cup of coffee for $2.50. The purchase will be rounded up to $3. The 50 cents comes
I
to
get a
PIC.
little money on it. Yeah,
Yes,
it works both, helps two things, huh?
it does.
Now, where's
So
this coffee at? Where do I get the coffee now?
we're at your favorite shop.
Oh, I
Any
see.
place,
Okay, and then you
any
add
purchase
that
you
to
make.
it.
I'm going to send you a link. It was in our
Okay, well,
newsletter.
it works a little different, but okay, I sort of
Yeah,
get it.
any
Okay,
purchase
send me
you
the link,
make.
and we'll talk about that more. That sounds
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Uh, I don't know what else. Was there something else that I'm forgetting here that I wanted to really cover all bases here for you, Angie? I'm don't have my notes as good as I should have. Uh, but you have a banquet in October scheduled, right?
We do October 1st, which is a Thursday, but we have
Yeah.
recently decided to have a virtual banquet. While we're
Oh, so that's going to be
optimistic,
virtual. Oh, I
it
was looking
is.
forward to some food down at the place there. No, I understand. No, you don't know. We don't know what the situation is going to be in October. I agree with you.
Right.
And that's, you wanted good numbers, so you don't want to, yeah, the virtual, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have to push that. Yeah.
Yeah. We're optimistic about things, kind of about our ability to gather in larger numbers, but
Right.
I don't know if we'll be ready to have a room full of, 200,
No, I
300
don't know
people.
what's going to happen on that front. Yeah.
Yes. So
Now you're
we'll
not,
be,
excuse me, I just was
uh-huh.
thinking about Uni Camacho. She's doing a virtual run walk. I forgot to sign up. I gotta get,
Uh-oh.
I don't know how she's doing. I told her you run and walk and get video at the same time. I forgot how she's doing that one. You're not
Well,
doing
let
that.
me know because we
This,
had a walk planned, but it's very much on
not
hold.
that.
So let me know how that goes.
No, that's a good thing. And I was with you last time, I believe, and that was a good event then. And I'm sure it's going to be good. You have a speaker, I believe, from, what was it?
From
Williams.
Florida. From
What was
Florida.
it? No,
David. His name is
David
David Williams.
Williams. Yeah,
Yeah.
from Florida. It sounded very interesting. I saw that.
Yeah.
So that's coming up. And well, we'll just see what happens here in the next weeks, and how you open more up and what you're going to be doing at PIC, and hope continue that good work that you've been doing for Now, how many years was it now?
35.
35.
35 years, yeah.
Yes, I'm going to throw that up too later. I had a little logo or something you put together there. Nice artwork. We got to show the artwork.
Thank you.
I hope this all works together. This is Zoom, and Facebook Live combination here.
Right.
Yeah. So, Angie, I don't know. Is there something else we can you want to touch base on before we maybe wrap it up here?
No, I don't think so. I just want to, thank our supporters, whether you're someone who donates on a monthly basis
Right.
or a volunteer, um, someone who prays for the work that we do. We really just appreciate the many contributions that so many people have made and continue to make over the years to PIC. This is an organization that has survived, but I'm really trying to take us to the next level so that we thrive as
Right.
long as there's a need in the community. So
Yeah.
I just
We'll
thank
just
everyone in advance for all that you will continue to do to help us meet that goal.
yeah, we're going to keep PIC in our prayers and in our outreach here. And I just thank Angie for being with us here this afternoon. This was a new venture here. We're always doing something new in faith, and this is on faith. We're doing this one for sure. And
Yes.
so Angie's been with us here, and we're just thankful for PIC. Why don't you, can you recite, I don't know, I'm putting you on the spot here, recite the website for us, or is that too much?
Sure, I can. That's a little tricky. So we have two websites, but
Oh,
for
okay.
your
That's what I was
audience,
wondering. See, that's what
yes,
what's the one with, okay, go on.
for your audience, I think they would most likely be visiting our supporter website, which is www.supportpiclife.org. So supportpiclife.org.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
We'll try to put that together here and a little later here for our Facebook Live presentation, or if not, we'll do it again. We'll redo it. But if we have time, the time is the factors here. But anyway, I just appreciate Angie being with us on this Friday afternoon and in May here. And we'll just remember PIC and the pregnancy information and the work they're doing to try to promote life to young mothers and young families and trying to bring them together in a good way and for the future. So Angie, you're doing a great job there. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
what you're
John.
doing and trying to pull things together. And I just hang in there, and we'll keep supporting here and doing what we can do here too. So
Thank you. And thank you
so I
again for the
just want to thank
opportunity.
now Angie Thomas, and we're just going to say bye bye. God bless everybody. Bye
God bless,
bye.
John. Thank you so much.
Okay, we're going to. Well, we're back. That was the interview from yesterday, and we really appreciate and remember to support piclife.org. That's the organization. Again, we thank Angie Thomas for being with us yesterday. Thank you, Angie. I didn't put that up on the screen here. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Well, we got other things. We got this going anyway. So we thank Angie for being with us. And next week on Monday, we're going to have John Beal of Wayside Cross is going to be with us. So join us for John. He's going to update us about the men's program and other things happening there at the Master's Touch program and other angles of the men there and how they're doing during this COVID-19 time. It's very tough for them there because it's a tight situation. And I want you to remember one thing here. I'm going to throw that up here 1 second here. We're going to have our drive-through, drive-up. I want you to remember that. It's ongoing. That's on Wednesday at Wednesday evening, 5 to 7, and then Thursday, 10 till noon at First Presbyterian. This is a drop-off for the Marie Wilkinson Food Pantry. And you can see the goods there: canned soup, canned fruit, canned meat, canned vegetables, and pasta sauce. That's canned pasta sauce. So that's the kind of things they want for that. So if you could remember that, it's going to be ongoing as long as we are in this crisis mode. So that's at First Presbyterian, Harkness Center, 60 South 4th Street. So keep that in your mind. So I thank you all for being with us today and this extra edition we had. And we just thank you for everything. And you have a great rest of this weekend. So I say, God bless to you. God bless. And bye-bye.